Very welcome to this new video of Off to the 7000 Island. And today we're gonna talk about a few things you need when you travel here to and especially in the Philippines. And that's the Whan Pass, S.Pass, the Traze App, some other apps you might need. We tried it ourselves, so Alisa traveled to Manila from here. So we're gonna talk about especially when you travel within the Philippines. And we're gonna go through each point, explain shortly what it is, what you need it for, and then also how it is right now used. So that's the video. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Whan Pass. The Whan Pass is basically, well, it is a platform first of all. It's a website, it's not an app. I have seen that a few times. You don't need an app, and the official Filipino website doesn't have an app. And I know there's some apps in the App Store called like that, they're not it. So, and it's a platform, and when you fly to the Philippines, one thing you need to do is register there, especially when you fly to Manila. We haven't actually needed it in Cebu.
But just to be sure, just have it.
Yeah,
basically.
But so you need it, and how to register on it is pretty simple. When you fly here, you click on that button, register, and then you just fill out that weird looking form, sort of yellowish. I put it up here. And all the links are always down below as well, what we are talking about. And so you fill that out, and then you get an email with a QR code, and you just show that now you need to upload probably your vaccine pass, and put all your flight details in all this. But then you don't need it anymore, right? When you're inside the country?
No, you don't need it anymore.
Okay, let's get to the next one, the S.Pass. We got asked that a lot. And it's changing all the time, but it kind of stays the same as well. So the thing you have to do is stay the same since a few months now. So it's on the same website as the Whan Pass. So you just go to that button which says like S.Pass. It's that red thing with like a funny S. You go there and you fill it out. So for a tourist, when you go here, you need it when you travel between different provinces.
Yes.
And actually I found a map where you can see all the provinces. You can just look it up in Wikipedia. I put a link down below and put it right now up here on the screen. So when you cross those borders, you need it. When you fly basically from Manila to another place, you need it, and so on. And you fill that out, and as a tourist, you need to upload your vaccine status. So your vaccine card, and that yellow thing is valid here in the Philippines. So the yellow card you have from the World Health Organization definitely is valid. And we had no guests who had problems right now, as well as who were tourists from other countries. So that's very simple. And then you also get the QR code. You fill it out, you send it, and it comes very quick right now. It comes back. It's a QR code, and you just save it.
You don't need you don't receive it as an email though. You have to log in again. And so it's you have to make an account, and then there you will have, for example, if you do more S.Pass than what you need, you can do that, and you will see everything there. So it's an account. You make an account, and when you log in, so you will get your QR code. But just to be clear, they won't email it to you. So you have to log in again to see your S.Pass.
And always save all your S.Passes on your phone or something as well, because it might not have internet where they actually check it. So they check it on those borders. There's people there. Often it's soldiers or the catastrophe response sort of people who do that. And what I have noticed when I go alone, they just ask me for this, look at it, scan it, and that's okay. When we go together, they make you fill out something and put your details in. So that's the difference. So often as a foreigner, you don't get to ask to do stuff.
And we don't know if that's official or that's just from experience, no?
Yes, so the few things we had But of course, in airports, that's very, very good handled. On those land borders, when you travel by car, then it's a bit different, and it varies all the time. But you show that thing, and if it's approved, you get through, and there's no problem. Like alone, when I traveled alone, but also when we travel together, you just need to fill out a few. They might make you fill out your telephone number or something. And if you have a telephone number, they were actually one time asking me if I have a telephone number. And I said, no, I don't have a Filipino telephone number. And then they just let it go. So that's a kind of stuff because I didn't have my phone with me.
Yeah, also one thing, so every province have different alert levels. So that means different requirements for you to have your S.Pass. So don't be alarmed if some provinces ask you, you need the vaccine, and then you need this, and then you need this. So it's because every province have different alert levels, and yeah, the requirements for S.Pass are based on that.
Yeah, and you can check the alert levels down below. We put the link there. But alert level 1 and 2, basically the S.Pass came back in seconds.
Yes.
Like you get it approved very quickly
like,
when you're vaccinated.
When I went to Manila just a few days ago, it's approved like automatically, so you don't need to wait a bit.
Yeah, that's really good. So, and then you showed it when they ask you for it. And those checkpoints on the street are very clear. That's checkpoints.
Yes.
And you know, like it doesn't look unofficial. So, yeah, like you will notice. Don't stop at anything that's not official looking. Let's talk about the Traze app. That's an app which sometimes required for airports especially.
Yes.
They ask you to have that in airports ready, and it's the same thing. You need internet, you put all your stuff in, and then you fill it out. So that's actually an app you need to download in the app stores.
Yes.
And you fill it out, and then you get a QR code who's valid for I think 24 hours. And you just save that QR code as well.
Yeah.
And then when they ask you for it, you show it, and that's fine.
And usually in the airports, they don't ask you for your QR code, but they ask you to scan their QR code so that you can check in on that place. For example, the entrance, you will scan it, and then when you're on the counter, then you will scan it again, and then when you're on the inside waiting, you have to scan it again. So it's like every place you've been in, you have to scan. So yeah, that's a bit
that was in Manila.
No, that was here
Oh,
in San Jose. But they are quite lenient. So they ask you to do it. If you don't do it, they don't notice. So basically,
especially when you're a foreigner, you don't have internet on your phone.
Yeah.
Like when we were in Cebu, in the airport, well, they didn't actually ask me to do any of those things, because like you can't expect to have internet there right now, because most of the airports here are not that good with Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So that's the other thing. So in general, it's very relaxed.
Yeah.
But make one QR code before, just in case, and you save it as a screenshot, and that's enough. So did you need any other apps right now, like in the malls and things?
No, actually not. I've been to two malls when I was in Manila, and no apps.
No.
They
And-
just like take your temperature, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
Usually you don't need to fill out much anymore.
No,
as well.
no, they don't. You don't, because Manila is now, as I said, is very alert level 1 or something. Like when I applied for my S.Pass, like seconds, it came back approved. So I think
Sometimes you need to fill out, like when you go to a restaurant, you need to leave your contact details in case, you know, like contact tracing. They could contact you, like, but that depends on the alert level and how strict the local people are and in this kind of stuff. So it's very relaxed.
Yeah, but it's usually not, for example, every province can say what our rules are, but it's usually not more than their alert level requirements. So they could only be lesser.
So if you look on the national website, you're on the safe side.
Yes.
Yeah, and we put a link down below where you can find those alert levels.
Yeah.
And because they only get updated every 14 days, so if you look once and it's like in the beginning of the month, then you have 14 days.
Yes.
And then, so that's how it works. Very simple. Right, so because first time we needed some apps in Manila when we went to malls, but again, like
Yes.
as a foreigner, you usually get treated a bit different.
Yes.
Much more relaxed. Generally, it's very relaxed. When you leave, most of the airlines now I have seen have deals with different testing facilities. So if you need a test when you go back to your country, I actually looked that up. So, but you can also look up the test facilities in your area on the website. I put a link down below, and they got really good with this. And if you're a tourist, they usually are very fast as well. So everything like comments underneath have shown that. Do we have any other tips?
Try to have internet basically, and those QR codes, just save it on your phone as a picture. They're always, so much better when you have it on your phone ready, and you don't need to like look for it when you're already there. So just take a picture and
Oh yeah, one thing for the S.Pass, what we had done, like when you travel back and forth. So basically I went to the airport to pick you up, and then we went back. So I just made that one for the first journey, and that's okay for the second journey.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they always accepted it.
Yes,
you come back, like I already
on
told.
the same day though.
On the same day, on the same day, yes. So I just went there and I told them, I'm coming back. You can actually stop. They don't stop you usually in the other direction where you're going. So where they don't need to check you. And when you already say I'm coming back, and you're like not in the most touristy place, they remember that white guy with the red car. He comes back. So that's like how I did it, and that was all fine. And on the same day, that's no problem. You just need to fill out the required things, and then it works really well. Yeah. Otherwise, traveling got really easy here. We had lots of guests already. Actually, here in the hotel, we are right now sitting in the cafe, and it's going really well. Enjoy it. But now you can see some of the pictures I took when I picked up Alyssa actually from the airport. Were really nice. A few things and the sunrise over the area here. Thank you for watching, and we hope it was helpful for you and you can travel here. If you want to check out our hotel, there's a link down below in the description as well. And if you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to know more and you want to check out the other videos, please subscribe to our channel as well. We do loads of different things, usually here about in the Philippines, living here in the Philippines, and being in the tourism sector, but also about other things. So thank you for watching.